The man, the myth, the legend.
But we're not talking about Kurt Angle. We're talking about Dave, Uncle Dave, Davey, boy, Meltzer. Because we know Dave. We know he loves to dish out 5-star ratings. He will dish out 5-star ratings. Here, he will dish out even more than 5-star ratings to any jobbers. It doesn't matter who you are. See, as long as you're an indie promotion and you're wearing tight, pants and Big Davey likes you, then you're going to get, a big hard on for Big Davey boy, and you're going to get a 5-star rating. But there is a certain wrestling legend by the name of Kurt Angle, or if we want to call him Perk Angle, we'll call him that, who is commenting on Dave Meltzer never giving Kurt Angle a 5-star match. Right. One, it's a disgrace. Two, who gives a fuck, it's Dave Meltzer. And three, Kurt Angle's had plenty of 5-star matches, right? Which he goes on to talk about, so let's dive into it. During the interview, Neil Francis Lennon is the number one priority for Birmingham Football Club. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And yesterday, looked like Roy Keane went through all the bookmakers and we've seen who was the favourite. And Roy Keane was an even shot. We did see like some Malky Mackay and Lennon up there, but now it looks like it's going to be Neil Lennon. And have you seen Neil Lennon last night? I believe it was Newport County that equalised or something. Scored like a 90th minute goal. He nearly had an orgasm. I'm not even joking. If you've not seen it on Twitter or any like social media, he fucking near had an orgasm. I seen it on Instagram. I was like, what is this for Neil Lennon? Honestly, absolutely mental. But Neil Lennon has expressed his interest in discussing a return to Hibernian. Easter Road Club are seeking a new manager after sacking Lee Johnson on Sunday. Lennon, 52, is in charge at Hibs from June 2016 until January 2019, win the championship title and setting a record points tally in their first season back in the top flight. Had a great couple of seasons there and is an attractive prospect for a lot of applicants. He told Sky Sports, "We'll see. Watch this space. I'd be interested in a conversation, that's for sure." Lennon left Hibs under a cloud following a club suspension which came after an exchange between the Northern Irishman and several employees. His departure was by mutual consent with an internal investigation finding him not guilty of any misconduct or wrongdoing. In 123 games as Hibs boss, Lennon won 59, drew 39 and lost 25. Lennon had already expressed his experience of going back to a former club after a second stint as Celtic manager soon after Hibs' exit. "No, not at all," he replied. When asked if he would have any worries about another return to familiar turf, the board have put a lot of investment into the playing side and the stadium. It's a club that hasn't started the season so well, but there's huge potential there. There's going to be a lot of candidates. When you look at Derek McKinn, Stephen Robinson, Malky Mackay, all good managers up in the Premiership, there will be a host of people wanting that job, and he is that man. He wants it. Neil Francis Lennon wants the job, and he talks about it. Hibs have made him number one priority, and according to the Scottish Sun, Hibernian have made former manager Neil Lennon their number one target to succeed Lee Johnston, and have signed out the 52-year-old about a return to Easter Road. But the problem is, guys, people do take his word as like golden. But I think once Meltzer started doing matches past 5 stars, like a 5.25, and I think he even gave one like a 7 and an 8.25 or something. Once you start doing that, your scaling system's broke. It just is. It just fucking is broke. It's like when you're rating movies out of 10 or whatever, and then like for one movie you're like, no, I'm actually going to give this a 13 out of 10. It was that good. That just doesn't work. Especially, like, I mean, if you're not considered a credible source and it's just like a throwaway rating, then fair enough. But if you're supposed to be the dog's bollocks of wrestling, and you're supposed to be this guy that everyone like listens to the opinion of, how the fuck can anybody take this serious? Not like it's JR or Vince McMahon or people who have been high up in wrestling, like a fucking Ric Flair. Or like Shawn Michaels, or like Angle himself. Angle's opinion himself is far more valuable than Dave Meltzer. Like, come on. That's just the way it is at the end of the day. I'm sure if Seth Rollins, right? Say Seth Rollins had a match against Roman Reigns. I am sure they'd rather hear praise for like Shawn Michaels or Kurt Angle than Dave Meltzer. But obviously there's people in the indies like Omega and the Young Bucks who would rather hear it from Meltzer. Because they're fucking delusional. Anyway, signing out, guys. Peace.